This is level I, list 10, and we're doing the day 1 page. We've got a couple of different sounds in this set. We've got the U making the ut sound, so we've got put ut, put ut, all, but uch, put ush, put ud, ing. Okay, so here you can see after that ut sound, we've got 2 L's here. Push, we've got the SH, push the SH, and pudding, we've got the double D before the ING. Then down here we've got a revision of the OR sound. It's an R controlled vowel. We've got B, or, N, F, or, M, St, or, E. And you've learnt that Y at the end of a word makes the E sound most of the time. Okay, so let's have a look at what these words mean. So when you place something somewhere, you're putting it somewhere. So she's putting the book back on the shelf, or placing the book on the shelf. So it means to place something somewhere. Pull is when you drag something. Full means that something is, the opposite to full would be empty. So full means you can't do any more of it, you can't fit any more in. Okay, a bull is a male cow. A bush is a small tree or a big plant which has got lots of leaves and things on it. Push is when you shove or you use your body to move something forwards. Pudding is usually a sweet thing that you might have at the end of a meal. My favourite is a chocolate pudding with lots of chocolate sauce. They can be quite yummy. It's like a cake, but it's hot and it has a sauce with it. Born is the day that you came into the world, or when animals come into the world is when they're born. Form is a piece of paper with questions on it that you might have to fill in with answers. And stormy means when the weather is very stormy. That means there's lots of dark clouds, rain, lightning and thunder. And if someone was looking a little bit stormy, they'd be not looking very happy. So let's look at the words, and we're going to read them, sound them and spell them. So we've got put, put-ut, 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 P-U-T, 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 and we write it 3 times. Then we're going to spell it 3 times, P-U-T, 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 and write it and check it to make sure you've done it correctly. And you can finish the rest of those. Level I, list 10, day 2, we've got put, pull, full, bull, bush, push, pudding, born, form, stormy. So you can highlight the U that's saying in these words, one colour, and the OR that's making the OR sound in these words a different colour. Now you can see here we've got 2 L's on the end of pull and full and bull. On the end of bush you can colour in the SH and the SH on the end of push. Pudding, it's short sound, you've got your double D there, and you're adding the ing as well. And remember, you've got the Y making that E sound on the end of a word, which is the most common way we write the E sound on the end of a word. So let's have a look at what these words mean. Put means when you place something somewhere. Pull is when you tug on something. Full means that it's completely full, you can't fit any more in. A bull is a male cow. A bush is a small shrub. Push is when you push something forwards. A pudding is a dessert. It's usually served hot. It's like a cake with a sauce on it. Born is when an animal becomes alive. It's delivered from the mother. A form is a piece of paper where you have to read questions and fill them in. And stormy is when you have some bad weather coming, which might have big dark clouds, lots of rain, thunder and lightning. Okay, so let's read the words, sound the words and spell the words, and then we're going to write them. So we've got put, P-U-T, cover it and write it. We'll do one of the or ones, but or, B-O-R-N. Now it's important that you sound these and spelling them, because now you've learnt more than one way to write the or sound. So you've already learnt this one, you've learnt this one, now you're learning this one. So there are there's about 9 ways we can write the or sound, so that's why it's important to sound the word and then find the letters that make the sound in the word that you're writing. This says write a list word that means, well, a small tree or bush is a bush, small tree or shrub. You can work out the rest of those. Fill in the gap with the missing list word. We always something our rubbish in the bin, and so we always put our rubbish in the bin. Down here you have to use storm in a sentence as a verb and as a noun. Now when it's a storm coming, as in the weather, that would be a noun. When you've got storm as a verb, it would be like if you don't put your rubbish in the bin, the principal might storm into your room to growl at you for there being rubbish all over the playground. So you could use that. So this storm as a verb means someone rushing into an area, entering an area, and they're usually not very happy. Whereas this storm here as a noun is where we have the weather coming in. That's lots of clouds and rain and thunder and lightning and lots of wind. Opposites, you've got the opposites to push, empty and cow. You've got to use list words to do that. Finish with a list word. You've got to fill in those. And there's a little form for you to practice filling in, because in your life you're going to have to read instructions and fill in a lot of forms. So this will give you an idea of the basic things that they're going to ask for in a form. This is level I, list 10, and we're doing the day through. We've got put, pull, full, bull, bush, push, pudding. You can highlight the ut sound in all of those words is a U. Then we've got born, form, stormy, and we're highlighting the OR, making the OR sound in those words. So let's have a look at reading, sounding, spelling and writing those words first up. So I've got put, ut, P-U-T, cover it and write it, and then check to make sure you've spelled it correctly. Let's do one with the OR sound, B-O-R-N, B-O-R-N, cover it, B-O-R-N. So in these words you have to remember you're using the O-R for the OR sound in these words, because there are other ways of writing that sound. Write the base word of each word. So if we take off the bit that we've added on, you just write the base word. Now the base word in the list was stormy. We made it into storminess. So the base word would be stormy. So you've got to change that Y back to an I. You can finish the rest of them. Plurals just mean more than one. So if it's singular, you'd say one pudding, one bush, one bull. But once it becomes a plural, it means more than one. So we'd have a choice of puddings. A garden with lots of bushes. So listen, you're either going to be adding the S or the ES. If you hear is, you know you're writing ES. If you just hear S, you know you're just writing an S. That's the quickest way to work out which one to add. Now verb families, we've got the verbs in the list in their different tenses. So here we've got the base word, here we've got the base word plus the S, the base word plus the ing, and then we've got past tense. So we've got, you wouldn't say he putted the pot on the stove, you'd say he put the pot on the stove. So this one is an irregular verb. It's not where we're adding ed to get the past tense. So you've got formed and pushed. Now here, in pushed, it sounds like a T, but we know we're going to write ed, pushed. Comparatives and superlatives are where we're adding the or the est to the end of a word. Means more, and est means the most, so we'd have stormy-er, stormy-est. Now because there's a consonant before the Y, you have to remember to change the Y to an I before you add the ER and before you add the EST. Alphabetical order, you're going to have to be very careful here because you've got 4 words that are all starting with P, and in fact they start with PU, so you're going to have to go to the third letter to work out which word is first. So which letter comes first in the alphabet? A D, an S, an L and a T. By now you probably know that order without having to say the alphabet. So I know D comes first, so I'd write pudding first, then you'd have to look at the other third letters of those words. In fact, bull starts with a B, so that would be the very first word. Pudding would be the first ones of the words starting with P. Combined with the list word, we've got something tucker, something fight, Christmas something, medical something. So you're going to have to use those words to make those common pairs down the bottom. This is level I, list 10, and we're doing the day 4 page, and we've got 2 sound sorts here. So in the top one you have to fill in the ook sound or the double O for the ook sound, and down the bottom we're doing the I sound represented by IE, IGH, Y, I consonant E, or just an I on its own. So let's have a look at the top first. We've given you a bit of an obvious hint here where we've either put one line for one letter or 2 lines for the 2 letters, both representing the same sound, ook. So I've got p, ook, t, oops, p, ook, t, k, ook, ul. So you can go through and fill in those missing letters, then get 2 highlighters, and let's make all the words with U for the ut sound orange. So we'll make them orange, and we'll make the double O for the ut sound green. So go through and highlight all those words green, and then that makes it really easy for you to put them into their 2 groups down here. So all the orange words go here. You put and full, and over this side you put cook and wool. Now we can do the same down the bottom with these I sounds, and we've given you another hint once again. If there's 2 letters representing the sound in the word, or 3 or 1 letter. So we've got die, so we know it's 2 letters. So is it this one or this one? No, there's no consonant in between, so it must be this one, die. Blind, would it be a Y or an I? No, we know we don't like Y's in the middle of words, so it'd be an I. Sky, we know we don't like words to end with an I, so we're going to put a Y there. 3 letters making the I sound must be IGH. And here we've got a consonant, 2 letters, but there's a consonant in the middle, so we're going to do I, B, E, drive. Okay, so you can choose different colours for those sounds. So for instance, we're using green here. You go through and highlight all the words with IE in it for the long I sound. Then it makes it easier when you have to write them down the bottom. Die. So you can go through, highlight the words, then write them down. So this one usually is on the end of a word, remember. English words can't end in I, so the rule is we put an E there so that it's not ending with an I. Here we're using the IGH, so usually these words with that sound in them that we find difficult to make indicate that they're from Old German. So we have to write those letters in when we write the word, but when we say the word we leave out that guttural sound that we find difficult making. A Y is the long I sound on the end of a short word. The I consonant E is where the E makes previous vowel make its long sound, is in quite a few words, so you need to be aware of that one. Now the I on its own usually comes before an LD or an ND in a word, so that's a handy hint for you. You can finish that on your own.